Women in the Shahnameh, the story of Manijeh. Bijan and Manijeh is a tale of forbidden love, loyalty, and agency, set against the long-standing enmity between Iran and Turan, present-day Central Asia. The heroine Manijeh is the daughter of Afrasiyab, the king of Turan, and is spirited, independent, and courageous, traits often celebrated in Ferdowsi's depiction of women. Bijan and Manijeh is one of the Shahnameh's most popular stories. It has been retold in books, theatre, and was one of the ballets performed at the Rudaki Hall in Tehran in 1975. Besides its drama of desire, adventure, and conflict, it stands out as an extraordinary commentary on women and includes a rare glimpse into Ferdowsi's personal life. Ferdowsi sets the scene of a dark, sleepless night when he asks his wife to fetch a candle and bring her harp and food and wine to keep him company. She sets a beautiful table and entertains him, after which she reads him a legend of love and war, trickery and chivalry that she bids him put into verse. His tender words give moving insight into the affection and respect between Ferdowsi and his wife. He calls her my loving idol, Bute Mehrabanam, who like an angel turns his miserable night into a festive new day. Dilam bar hame kam pirooz kard, ke bar man shab tire norooz kard. He then bids his loving companion, Mehraban Yar, whom he calls Mahrooy, moon-faced, to read her tale and make him love her even more. Begoftam biyar ey but khoob chehr, bekhwan dastan o beafzay mehr. The tale begins when the people of Irman, the land between Iran and Turan, come to the Iranian king Khosrow and ask him for help against the wild boars that were ravaging their lands. Bijan, the ambitious maternal grandson of Rostam, volunteers, and because of his youth, a warrior by the name of Gorgin is chosen to accompany him. Bijan sets off on his horse Shabrang, which means twilight, and single-handedly defeats the boars. Gorgin, jealous of his bravery and all the praise and reward Bijan will receive, plots to get rid of him by luring him to Turan, which he describes as a paradise, where amidst 100 cypress-starred maidens fragrant with musk, there will be Afrasiyab's daughter, Manijeh. Hearing about the beautiful Manijeh, Bijan is tempted to venture into Turan to meet her. Upon arrival, Bijan sees the princess celebrating with her handmaidens in a grand tent and is struck by her beauty. Noticing him nearby, Manijeh asks her nurse to inquire about the handsome stranger, and when she is told of his love for her, Manijeh sends him a message inviting him to her tent. "Come to me in your majesty and illumine this dark soul of mine. Let my eyes be brightened by the sight of you." The two fall in love and feast in the glorious tent pavilion for 3 days and nights, but as Bijan prepares to leave, Manijeh mixes a sleeping potion into his wine and has him carried off to her palace. But soon the news gets back to Afrasiyab that his daughter has a lover from Iran. When he heard this, the monarch called on God, and you would say that he trembled like a willow in a blast and wiped tears of blood from his lashes. One with a daughter in his house to guard may have a crown indeed, but is ill-starred, he raged. Advised against killing him, Afrasiyab instead orders Bijan to be imprisoned. Fasten Bijan's hands firmly to his neck by a chain and have him enclosed within from head to foot. Afterwards cast him head downwards into the pit, there to languish deprived of the light of sun and moon. Cover the dungeon with the boulder of Divak Van and leave him to go mad with anguish. As to his daughter, he commands them to sack the palace of that unchaste Manijeh who has brought shame and dishonor upon our line. Deprive her of her fortune, crown, and state, and say to her, "You wretched and accursed, who is unworthy of the throne and crown, you have abased me among the kings and cast my diadem upon the dust." Then drag the wretch naked with crownless head to the pit, there to see him and be his companion in woe. This painting depicts the boulder being placed over the pit, a rare instance that shows the guardian Dives. In addition to her principal role as lover, Ferdowsi casts Manijeh as a symbol of steadfast devotion, bravery, and selflessness, and speaks of her great suffering for love. Having been disowned by her father, wretched and destitute, she nevertheless does not lose hope nor her love for Bijan. Now when a day and night had passed, she came with lamentations to the pit, and made a passage large enough to pass one hand. Thereafter, when the sun rose over the hills, she used to gather food at every door by day-long wanderings, and pass it through the crevice to Bijan, and weep, and thus she lived in abject misery. Meanwhile, Gurgin, fearing blame for Bijan's absence, returned to Iran and lied that Bijan had been killed by a wild boar. Suspecting foul play, Khosrow looked into Jamshid's cup of divination and saw Bijan in the dark pit and sent Rostam to rescue him. The illustrations show Rostam lowering a rope to pull up the chained and disheveled Bijan. There are several general layouts. One is the full setting with Manijeh, who has lighted the beacon, and Rostam surrounded by his soldiers and Rakhsh, his dappled pink horse. Nighttime, as seen on the right, is the designated hour, but is less frequently illustrated. Others manipulate the central focus by altering Bijan's usual position to highlight his plight. On the left, he is dropped below the picture frame to emphasize the pit's depth, while on the right, the bars of text in front of him create a sense of claustrophobic incarceration. Many are less populated, and the focus is on the precarious and forbidding piled-up rocks whose jagged edges emphasize the difficulty of the mission. Here, the secrecy is intensified by the soldiers camouflaged within the rocks pressing together as they heave to the right, mirrored by a tense, arching tree that amplifies Rostam's strain to pull Bijan from the abyss. In this creative painting, the horrors endured by Bijan and Manijeh are vividly evoked through writhing rock spirits that intertwine with people, horses, slaughtered animals, and demons. These ghastly forms share the human's anxiety and hopeful curiosity as they squirm and whisper, foreshadowing the lover's embrace subtly etched into the overthrown boulder. Rostam disguises himself as a merchant and travels to Turan. News of the arrival of Iranian traders reaches Manijeh, who comes to him and pleads for help for Bijan. Careful not to reveal his identity, Rostam turns her away, but gives her a roasted chicken with his turquoise signet ring concealed inside. Finding Rostam's ring, Bijan laughs uncontrollably. Manijeh fears he's gone mad, but he reveals Rostam's identity but warns her to stay silent, claiming women cannot keep secrets. Offended, Manijeh defiantly rejects his accusation, and here Ferdowsi reveals astonishing information regarding Manijeh's revolutionary role. Upon hearing this, Manijeh wept bitterly and wailed, "How wretched is my fate! Woe is me! My heart is broken, and my eyes overflow. I gave Bijan my body and home and wealth, and now he doesn't trust me." While the 19th century Warner translation omits the crucial confirmation that Bijan is her lover by translating the word tan, body, as heart, the intimacy of their relationship is clear in the Persian. Bedadam be Bijan tanu khanuman. I gave Bijan my body, my soul, and my wealth. Bijan acknowledges her sacrifice and apologizes for his unkind words. Manijeh goes back to Rostam, who instructs her to light a beacon when night falls to guide them to the pit. Rostam arrives and, with a great deal of effort, removes the heavy boulder sealing the pit and frees Bijan. He then defeats Afrasiyab and returns triumphantly to Iran with Bijan and Manijeh, where they are received with honor and celebration of their love and resilience by Khosrow. Manijeh stands out in the Shahnameh as a bold and independent woman, defined by her defiance and passion. She initiates the epic's first premarital love affair, fearlessly embracing fate without the security of marriage. In a daring act, she drugs her lover and smuggles him into her palace, where they revel in love, only to be discovered and punished. Yet her resilience remains unshaken. A figure of both passion and fortitude, Ferdowsi portrays her as a symbol of devotion and strength, transforming her trials into a testament to love and courage.